A showdown over student visas is unfolding between Harvard University and the Trump administration in what's being described as an unprecedented crackdown on academia. In a move that stunned educators, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security has revoked Harvard's ability to enroll international students, effectively threatening the status of thousands of foreign students at the Ivy League campus. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem announced the decision on Thursday, accusing Harvard of a failure to adhere to the law in its visa programs. Let this serve as a warning to all universities and academic institutions across the country. Noem wrote on social media, underscoring the administration's hard line. The response from Harvard was swift and furious. In a public statement, the university called the government's action unlawful and warned it threatens serious harm to both the Harvard community and the country. Harvard emphasized that its 6,700 international students, who make up roughly 27% of the student body, enriched the university and the nation immeasurably. Behind the scenes, there's panic and confusion in Cambridge, Massachusetts. The decision landed just days before Harvard's commencement ceremonies, leaving international students to wonder if their futures in the U.S. are in jeopardy. "We're seeing a lot of confusion on this," said Sarah Davis, an Australian graduate student, describing campus chat groups buzzing with anxious messages. "The news has come only 5 days before a lot of us are due to graduate. This obviously has very uncertain implications for whether we can stay in the United States afterwards," she told the BBC, her voice edged with frustration. At issue, according to officials, are allegations that Harvard violated rules related to the student and exchange visitor program. DI Secretary Noem claimed Harvard failed to properly report or vet certain foreign students, though she provided no detailed evidence publicly. Federal agents have been auditing university visa records for months as part of Trump's broader campaign against what he calls abuses in student visas, a campaign some say is aimed at Chinese students and researchers amid espionage fears. Critics see the Harvard action as politically motivated. "Yeah, this escalates a standoff with America's oldest university," remarked a former education official, noting that tensions have been high since Harvard opposed various Trump policies. Indeed, Trump has sparred with elite universities over everything from affirmative action to COVID policies. But yanking a school's visa certification is a drastic step never before taken against an institution of Harvard's stature. The impacts could be dramatic. Without the certification, Harvard cannot issue the I-20 forms international students need to obtain visas. Current students might lose their legal status in the U.S. if the issue isn't resolved quickly, and incoming foreign students for the fall semester would be left in limbo. This retaliatory action threatens serious harm to the Harvard community and our country, Harvard's statement said, adding that it undermines the university's academic mission. Faculty have voiced outrage, with one professor calling it open warfare on higher education. Other universities are rallying to Harvard's side, fearing they could be next. Legal challenges are already being prepared. Harvard's president, Claudine Gay, hinted at a court fight, saying the university will not stand by and allow our students to be used as political pawns. Immigration lawyers note that if Harvard files suit, it could seek an injunction to pause DHS's order while the case proceeds. The administration, however, seems confident. Acting ICE Director Mark Morgan praised the move, saying universities must play by the rules and that no institution is above the law. International students affected are scrambling for options. Some graduating students say they may have to leave the U.S. immediately after commencement if nothing changes, upending career plans. Those with job offers are particularly concerned. Many American employers sponsor international graduates for work visas. But if the students fall out of status, those opportunities vanish. Others are fighting back publicly. One group of students from India and China has organized a media briefing to put human faces on the issue, hoping public pressure might sway the administration or Congress. Meanwhile, the broader academic community is watching with trepidation. For decades, U.S. universities have attracted the brightest minds from around the globe. That pipeline of talent has been seen as a cornerstone of American innovation and soft power. Observers say this crackdown risks driving those minds elsewhere, to Canada, the UK, or Australia, which would gladly welcome students spurned by America. In fact, early signs suggest some of Harvard's international admits for next year are already exploring deferring and enrolling abroad. As the stalemate hardens, both sides paint the issue in stark terms. The Trump administration argues it is simply enforcing immigration law and ensuring national security. Harvard and its allies counter that the U.S. is betraying its own ideals and harming itself by shutting out scholars. For now, thousands of students hang in the balance. One affected senior summed up her situation in uncertain, bittersweet terms. Graduation is supposed to be joyful. Instead, I'm worrying I'll have to pack up my entire life next week. The clock is ticking for a resolution, and the world will be watching how far each side is willing to go in this battle over the future of American higher education.